Good day, welcome back to my green. On the topic of pinching or pruning fig tree, I heard mixed feeling about it. Some people say you have to pinch or you have to prune your fig tree. Meanwhile, the others say, "Oh no, what you doing? Don't prune your fig tree." I don't prune mine, so you don't do it either. Well, let me tell you right now, we should pinch or prune our fig tree, and we also should not pinch or prune our fig tree. It depends on our circumstances or situation. Let me walk you through, and I'm going to give you some reason or example why that I think we should do or we should not do. Okay, now let's start with the reason why we should prune. So this tree, as you can see, it was cut back almost all the way down. It's only about a few feet up from the pot, and it now grow super well, put out a lot of nice shoot and healthy. So this one, I was trying to training the tree, but I accidentally broke the branch, so I just cut it off, and now it turned out like this. And on the right hand side here, it's the same variety. It's I258. It's same age and very similar shape. When this one was not cut, it was similar to this shape. And that's the main reason, one reason that you have to or you need to prune the fig tree, right? Because this shape does not look good at all, because look, it's just long and slender like this, and I'm growing them in pots. If I keep it long too high, the height is too high, when the wind come blow up, it might be a break off the branch, or it just fall off all over the place. So one reason is we prune them to get them in shape, and especially if we grow them in pots. So if you look closely, you see the side shoot of this tree. It's not that vigor or not that healthy, because a lot of energy is put out onto the tops. You get a lot of growth on the top here, but this side shoot, it would be much healthier if we cut off the top, we prune them. So you want to prune it to get it grow better branch out, like this one, right? Now there's no top. The side shoot is just probably the healthiest tree in my all of my collection here. Okay, here are some more examples what happened when we prune it, right? So this I cut almost the same height, about 3 feet to 4 feet, less than 4, I think, like about 3.5 feet. And after I cut, now it put out nice healthy green growth. Same thing like this tree on the side here. Look how vigor or how healthy the new branch when it grow out. Really nice. Next, let's move on to pinching. So pruning and pinching, it has very similar effects on our tree. Pinching is also a type of pruning. It's just a summer pruning, and we prune usually we do in the winter, so they call winter prunings. But pinching, we want to pinch them if we want to force them to fruit. Now this is especially true if we are live in the short growing season or short growing area, like I am living 7B, and I don't have much of the growing season, or I don't have much of the heat that fig love. So many of if not all of the experienced grower around my area, they love to pinch their figs to force them to fruit. So let me try to pinch it. This one, it's Martinica romana. It really late last season. It's quite productive, but it just never ripe its fruit at all, not even once. So try to twist it, and that's it. That's another one. This one come out with a small leaf, but it's fine too. And also on this side, also on this side. Okay, so that pretty much it for this tree. I pinch off quite a few of it, and hopefully in about a few weeks it should forming some figlet. Right now I don't really see any clear double bump at all. This one might be a slight double bump, but I don't know if that's gonna be a figlet. This one is a bump but not double, so it may be just another shoot, or it may be a fruit. But now after I've already pinched, only hope, finger crossed. For another example with the tree, it's not the biggest one, it's still really small. So if it's small like this, it depends on you. If you want to force them to branch out, or you want to force them to fruit, or you just leave it alone, let it grow as what it is, because it's not really a big issue just yet, because it's still a small tree. But for some, they like to top it off so it can branch out. Let me try to pin this one so it can branch out. It's really growing well, but now the top go off. Hopefully it's gonna pump out shoot and become really nice form of tree. Some variety, it just doesn't like to be pinched or top off. Like this one is really slow. Body salt Negra Romana. It's in its second season already, and look how small and how slow of the grow it is. For this tree specifically, I will not pinch it, because I will let it grow whatever it is, because this one it's just really difficult to get it established. Okay, here is another small tree, but it's not too small. It has like about 3.5 or 4 feet grow height. So it has been growing from like around here up here, and it's right now so bigger. Look at the leaf, it's bigger than my hand. Really well, really nice, grow well this one. But I think I'm going to top the head off also to force it to branch out, and maybe hopefully it's going to put some figlet. Okay, that's it. I'm already pinched. For the last example about pinching, so earlier I said pinching to force it fruit, but this already put out its figlet, a lot of it around the nose already, everywhere. This node, it start to give big, it start to produce figlet already. So this we don't have to pinch if you want to, but for my situation, I think I'm going to pinch it to slow down its vigor, and also I don't want it to grow any higher, because as I mentioned, I grow them in pot, and if it's too high, it's not good for such things. So this I'm pinch to stop it grow, because how vigor it is. Let me show you this from the winter pruning, and this all it grow this season. Not this season, just like during the spring. You see, about 2 feet. So that is tall enough. So I'm gonna start to pinch. But to be clear, this you don't have to, because we already have figlet. One of the main reason that we pinch to force them to fruit. But what is the point to pinch if they already producing fruit produce? But for my situation, I just want it to stop growing, at least to slow it down, right? But again, for your situation, I don't recommend to do, or I don't think you should do. But at the end of the day, it's your choice and it's your decision. Alright, now let's move on to why you should not pinch or prune your fig tree. So this tree is Violet Desole. As you can see, the main trunk, I cut it off, so I prune them about 3-4 feet above from the ground level, and look how much shoot it has put out. And that's it. That's all it does. It only put new growth. Not really that's good about fruitings. Look, there's slight bump, but I don't know if it's a fruit or it's just a new shoot. And that's it. So let me move you on a little bit down here. This is the same branch, come from the same tree, right here, but it was an old branch. And can you see what the difference here? It already put out figlet here, tiny one. You don't need to count this one, maybe it's not, but this one is for sure a figlet already. And imagine if I cut off if I do some pruning here, right? It's gonna take a lot of time to just start growing new shoot like the main trunk does, and have no time to start fruiting yet. And same thing with the other side. So here, right, air layer. Okay, all the way here, you see this also from the old branch that I not prune or pinch. So there's a fruit, a figlet, there another one. So the old branch, as long as you feed them well, they start grow, also they start to fruit. So you see what the difference now, right? This one, nice green growth, but no figlet. Another example of not pruning your fig tree, right? Here, this is Black Madeira, and it already put out one figlet. This is very early for me. It have great start this season, and I couldn't tell you how exciting I am to see this early in the season, and this variety already put out a figlet. I hope this is for sure gonna ripe well before September, and that the goal, the point, right? So this is, let me show this one. So this, it grow from the old branch here, right? It start growing more and more and keep growing, right? So this tip here, right, when it go dormant, it's like a just dead looking thing, but that the one that start to grow. And if you prune or if you prune them, right, you're gonna lose the tip, and it's gonna set it back quite a few weeks to just start get it going. So that's really important if you want to grow for fruit production. Don't cut, don't prune the branch if you don't have to. So the main reason that you should not prune your fig tree, if you want fruit production. If you want green growth, you have to prune, but if you want fruit, you should stay away from pruning, because fig is fruit from the main crop, it from the new growth. And if you cut the branch out, it's gonna take some time to grow it branch, and it's gonna take some more time to put out fruits. So if you don't touch, and you can keep the old branch, the tips, it's gonna grow faster and put out fruit faster also. That's it, folks. I hope this clear up some confusion, or maybe it's just doing the opposite, even cause more confusion. And that's all I have for you today, folks. Usually I don't really do on the video on how to this or how to that, because I enjoy watching other people do it rather than do myself. And that being said, have a good day, and I hope you have a great start of the season.